Papa Stix might be at the beach on vacation right now, but that does not stop him from working. On the contrary, I am a very hard worker. So when I come across a thread like this posted to our subreddit, r/Stix, and I know you're looking at this, you're like, Stix, why is light mode enabled? I cannot sign into my account, which has dark mode, on this laptop. The internet here is terrible. I deeply apologize for everyone offended. There were dozens of people that felt the innate need to tell me they were offended in my previous Shadowverse video, but I happened across this thread. It just keeps getting worse for Shadowverse. 1.9 stars. 1.9. I tried the game after all the negative reviews I've heard just to give it the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, it's just as bad as they said. However, I do remember when this game launched and was trending over in Japan. So is this game mostly for Japanese demographics, most of them being whales? Sad, since I really do like the gameplay. And that's the truth. The game is a good game. But a good game does not mean that it is free-to-play friendly. A good game does not mean the game will survive. On the contrary, when you Google Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, yes, 1.9 stars was the case 18 hours ago. It says 1 star over on Steam out of 8,887 reviews, 1.7 on the Google Play Store. When I navigate on over to Steam, it says overwhelmingly negative. 19% of almost 9,000 reviews for this game are positive. 19%. That is abhorrently low. I genuinely, by looking at those numbers, I would wager a guess that this game is not capable of recovering. See, how I see it is, and I actually had this discussion with someone in the comment section just yesterday or the day before, whenever I posted this video in specific. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond just killed their game on launch day. A common misconception that people have is that, you know what, that's okay that it has 80%, 85% dislike ratios, and that it is overwhelmingly negative. People are still gonna play it. Now, when people see a game overwhelmingly negative from tens of thousands of reviewers, the first thing they do is click away. They close the tab, they ignore the game. Who wants to play a game that everyone universally hates? Sure, again, this might be a good game, but that doesn't mean that people are gonna want to play it. This right here is going to turn people away from playing it. Now, when you navigate it, oh my god, 1.8 stars. That's really freaking bad, dude. 1.8. So, in the last, 18 hours, it dropped from 1.9 to 1.8. It had 2,000 reviews. Now it has almost 4,000 reviews. And it's even lower. I cannot wrap my head around just how poorly this game is doing. I think it is on track to become the worst rated gacha game release of the last year. I mean, hell, Infinity Nikki is at 1.8 right now. Black Beacon at its lowest was 1.8 stars. If this drops to 1.7, this officially becomes the worst rated gacha game. And honestly, I actually foresee that happening. I navigated on over to the official Shadowverse subreddit, which has 50,000 members. And so many people have been criticizing the game 2 days ago. So, Worlds Beyond reached historic levels by becoming the 6th worst rated game on Steam in the history, the actual history of the platform. Can you imagine releasing a game that is universally recognized as one of the 10 worst video games on the platform in history? There are only 5 games that are worse than it. And there are some fucking terrible games out there. If that is not proof, physical proof, evidence of exactly how bad this game is rated and doing, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sure this goes beyond Cygames' expectations. I hope they're happy with it. They might just pull the scumbag move and shut it down. Who knows? Oh my god. The worst part is the actual game itself is great, exactly. But again, it doesn't matter if the game is great. If nobody's playing it, then a great game serves no purpose. The gameplay is actually some of the most fun I've had. And like, it's unreal how little they care about their players with this game. They could be doing something really, really good. I don't understand the logic behind killing your game. I don't. I hope they listen. If they fix monetization, this game is potentially one of the best card games on the market. And they do have the potential to, but they haven't said anything. They're not fixing anything yet. I don't know why they haven't addressed this. They should have. They really should have. This should be at the top of their list of priorities. Worlds Beyond is down to overwhelmingly negative, only 16% recommended. This was just 2 days ago. So 2 days ago, there were only 2,200 reviews. Within the last 48 hours, it has spiked up to almost 10,000 and is still overwhelmingly negative. Honestly, Cygames doesn't even have to temporarily shut it down. Just increase daily income, make the free daily pack towards Legendary Pity, and raise the reward for violating silvers from 20 back to 50, and the game will be in an okay state. But even if it is in an okay state, that's not enough to save it. The game needs to be in a great state to save it. And even then, it's going to be very rough to come back, to re-win player trust, to re-earn player trust. We can only hope that the Eastern player base make enough of a stink to have them ease up. I get that they wanted to make more money, but this ain't it. I'm really proud of our community fighting this type of monetization scheme. Shadowverse OG was one of my favorite, and hey, Papa Stix is here too, man. Papa Stix is helping lend a voice to all of you, to this game, and that is actually the purpose of the subreddit. For those of you that have not already, go and join it. Post stuff for me here to react to. Share things here for the community to engage in. I mean, I stayed over on the subreddit, lending a voice to the gacha genre. That is my point. That is my purpose now. Shadowverse, Worlds Beyond 2 days ago, then became the third worst rated gacha game in history on the entire platform. I've never been more proud of the Shadowverse community. They almost topped 2 Steam charts, most sales and most negative reviews. Oh my god, let's go. We have to reach the top. I'm completely new to this game and to sub. I love seeing the community so united and focused on trying to make a game better for everyone. I've been giving them the benefit of the doubt for reasons I'm too lazy to get into right now. Mostly I agree that there's stuff wrong, but still think there's a bit of an overreaction, especially for day one. No, that's not an overreaction at all. Players at this juncture, gacha gamers specifically, are so fed up with being mistreated. Players deserve better. If you abuse your players, if you abuse your players' trust, you deserve no reprieve. Players should hold companies and video games personally accountable. They should not let them get away with bullshit like this. Don't let them maximize their revenue off of idiots. No, kick a stink, raise hell, show them that you deserve more, because that is the only way change is made, by showing them what they're doing wrong. Because for whatever reason, developers, publishers, studios seem to think they can get away with whatever dumbass decisions they want, when the reality is, no they can't. And these days, after the failure of Ethereum Restart, after the failure of Infinity Nikki, after the failure of Black Beacon, players have learned, no, we have had enough, and we want more. Wuthering Waves is a prime example. Zenless Zone Zero is a prime example. Nikke, Arknights, Blue Archive, these are all prime examples of games, and for better or worse, also studios that care about their games and their players. This game needs to learn from those games. Future games need to learn from those games too, because we all deserve better, and this is not enough.